What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we have a knife on the channel from a company that I have never had a knife from before. It is the Arcane design Necronaut. One thing I really wanted to point out is this is really cool little certificate of authenticity, or something like that is made out of metal with their logo on it. I just think that's really, really cool. And here is the knife. Bam! Polarizing American Tonto. This thing is wicked looking. And a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't. I am a fan of the aesthetics of this knife. I think it's beautiful. I think that it is a really cool design, especially with these very large pivot collars, and you can get this in an array of different colors and finishes. This is the coated blade with kind of a I guess a plain titanium. I don't think it actually says color of titanium. It didn't say color of the titanium. But anyway, it's like a blasted stonewashed kind of look to me. And then, of course, with the stonewashed little pivot collars, it just looks really cool. Black hardware. I think this is definitely a design or the configuration that I would like. They do have a really nice satin blade. These were on like Kickstarter and pre-orders and whatnot. Now they are in production. However, I think they're sold out. The link will be down below where you can go and find out. And they are made by Bestech. Bestech is a great manufacturer. Matter of fact, they make some of the knives that I really like, which are the Vero Engineering products. So the quality that you get from Bestech, they're really stepping up their game, and they're trying to catch Riot. They're not quite there yet, in my opinion, but they're trying to catch Riot for these very high-end, well-made knives. And they hit it out of the park with this one. This is a very well-built knife. It feels very, very sturdy. Nice back spacer that goes up, just right here at the butt. Very, very sturdy. The fit and finish just looks amazing. The rounding, the chamfering, all that is really, really nice. It's just really well made. So Bestech, watch out, because they're creeping up there. I like this knife a lot. However, I actually just got through filming the review of the Holt Bladeworks Haptic. And so flipper-only knives, just like in that video, are not my favorite knives because I get bored of flippers. And then when they're a flipper, they have to have a very good detent. This one is nice, but of course it is nowhere near the Holt Haptic, which, granted, big old price difference, right? One thing I do like about it is it's very minimal, right? Very minimal. It's not poking other things in your pocket if you carry things in your pocket. So that is nice. And it is got very good dripping on it, so you can flick this thing out reliably. However, can you fail it? You can. It's not got the best detent in the world, but it is strong enough to deploy this knife, and it makes a very satisfying click. Very, very nice. So functionality, the fall shut action is kind of a controlled, but yet a few shakes. See that? Very, very satisfying action. So they did a really, really good job there. The pocket clip works well, and it goes in and out of pocket well, but as you can see, it does not sit deep carry. You're going to have about that much of the knife sticking out of your pocket. That's going to bug a lot of people. Doesn't bother me. I don't mind that at all. Matter of fact, sometimes I even prefer it because I got enough room to grab the knife when I need it. So, to each their own there. But it did go in and out of pocket really, really well. I mean, it is full titanium construction, M390 blade. It's got a little bit of heft to it. We will go over that when we do specs. Sometimes I forget the weight, though. I go back and watch some of the videos. I'm like, I didn't put the weight on there. Anyways, we'll make sure to do that, hopefully, on this guy. But, all in all, very, very nice. It is dead centered, which I wouldn't expect anything less from a knife from Lefty EDC. And yeah, I really like the fact that this blade, the over travel stop, is this pivot collar. Very nice and sturdy. You're not gonna have to worry about over traveling this guy. That is for sure. Seems like very simple construction and easy to take apart. Ceramic detent ball, ceramic bearings, just a great knife, right? These things run anywhere, depending on your configuration, anywhere from like, $300, $350. I think that's a pretty good price for what you're getting, especially with M390 titanium and the build quality that you're getting from Bestech. I really, really like everything that they're doing. Some kind of gripes that I have about it and things that I really like. So in the Holt Haptic review, I talked about flipper-only knives being ergonomically not the best for me unless they have enough room on the handle. This handle is not crazy long, but I want to show you something that I really enjoyed. Because of where the flipper tab stops and where this finger choil is, most of the time my fat fingers will always dig up into the the flipper tab and poke me. Not on this guy. My finger fits right there. I mean, obviously don't have any sticking out, but my finger lands on the jimping and I don't have anything poking my finger. That is nice, because usually on the flipper onlys that does not happen. Really like this design ergonomically. Now it does get thin down at the end, and you know, it's not gonna be it doesn't feel like it locks me in like some other designs, but I can totally get away with that and overlook that because I don't have it poking me in the finger. It's really important to me, and I like it. I like it a lot. One of the gripes that I can say is the jimping is kind of aggressive on right here. I mean, it's nicely rounded and whatnot, but I like the tighter knit jimping. But my finger lands on it in this back grip here, and so it indexes my finger and does give me grip, so not too bad. I really am not the biggest fan of the laser. I love his design. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you the logos here. So there is the Necronaut logo. I love it. Little astronaut helmet with a skull in there. Looks badass. I love that. Here's another picture of it on the sticker that you get. And then, of course, the Arcane Designs logo. So you have that on each side. Now, the Arcane Designs logo looks okay, but the laser etching on this coated blade, not much detail in it, and you can really tell it on that guy. That doesn't look good at all, in my opinion. Not crisp. You can't really tell that is supposed to look like this. So that kind of bugged me a little bit, just because we do a lot of laser etching at work. And so Best Tech could totally do a better job there on their laser engraving. Come on. Now, granted, it's a coated blade, so there's a little bit more involved when you're doing that, but I think it could have been done better. That's really my only gripe about this. I mean, this Tonto blade is freaking wicked. It is sharp. It does have a flat grind on both of the compound grinds here. It is obviously thinner on this portion, about 20 thousandths, and of course thicker up here. But I really love a good Tonto, and this thing, the secondary point really does well for poking into packages and opening up packaging. And then, of course, it is somewhat of a delicate tip, but it's not the tiniest that I've ever seen. I don't think it's going to be a problem for any kind of stabbing task, but it cuts well. Let's see how it cuts. So with some cardboard here, right through there, with that good, nice, flat grind, 20 thousandths behind the edge is definitely doable. I only have a little piece of paracord here. We're not going to do the aggressive twisted sisal rope because it's not my knife, and I'm just not going to do it. Like it was nothing. So, cuts really nice. Blade geometry is good. With this taller blade, probably could have gotten a little thinner in my opinion, but 20 thousandths behind the edge is totally doable, and that's fine. It works really, really well. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn the camera around, get some size comparisons, some closer looks, and see more about this laser etching that I was telling you about, because you'll be able to see it better once we turn the camera around. All right, so real fast, the packaging that it comes in is very, very nice. I love this clamshell packaging that they have. Very nice, kind of, a soft, harder case. Really love that. That is very nice to get, especially for the price point. $300, $350, and premium packaging is expected, so I really, really like that. I love this blade finish. It is a coated blade, but as you can see, kind of where the lines and the bevels are, how it's got that worn look, I really dig the way that looks. I like that a lot, and as you can see, you've got a little bit of a beard there, but it does have a sharpening choil. Nice, just wicked Tonto. I just love this thing. It's super sharp. They did a really good job. Okay, there is the laser etching for the Arcane Designs logo there. Not as bad, but trying to get you a good close-up of this guy. Just the detail is not there. I just really think they could have done a better job over at Best Tech for his logo there. But yeah, everything on this knife, nicely chamfered, rounded. There's the jimping on the flipper tab, which is well done. Nice tension on the lock bar. Like I said, pocket clip works really well, just doesn't sit deep carry for a lot of people's preferences, but for me, it works fine. What are the specs here? All right, so it's actually not a small knife. It's about a medium-sized knife in my opinion, but the handle grip, the way it is, makes it feel smaller in my hands. It is an 8-inch knife with a 3.5-inch blade, closed length of 4.5 inches. Of course, M390, about 160 thousandths, a little bit less on the blade thickness, and is a compound grind. So the handle thickness is, I think, pretty perfect. I like it around a 1/2 inch. You know, if it's too thin, it doesn't fit my hand very well. So the thickness of this guy, I think, is right on. It's not going to carry as slim as some others, but I really will sacrifice that for filling out the hand. Let's go ahead and put it up against some size comparisons, which are our normal size comparisons. Here it is against the Spyderco PM2. Pretty close. PM2's got it by a little bit. And then, of course, the Para 3. So it's a good in the middle, larger size between these two. One of the only other Tontos that I have right now, other than my big old cold steels, is the Chavez 229, another titanium frame lock M390 blade. Tonto. Now the Tonto on the Chavez is just a little bit different because it has a secondary point, but it has the belly that comes up here where the American Tonto is straight. So definitely just kind of what your preferences are there. But yeah, I really dig this Tonto, that is for sure. This one does have a hollow grind versus a flat grind, but overall, they're pretty similar in overall size. Definitely thicker on the Chavez, heavier knife as well. Speaking of weight, I almost forgot it again. Man, I tell you, I do that all the time. Let's go ahead and see how much this thing weighs, because it's not exactly lightweight, but I don't think it's that bad. You know me, guys. I carry very big and heavy knives all the time, so I am not the best person to measure this. So 4.75, under 5 ounces, 8-inch knife, you know, 3.5-inch blade. I don't think that's too bad. Some people are going to gawk at it, but I definitely do not. I think it's fine. It does do well in the pocket because, like I said, it's, you know, it's a little weighty, but this flipper tab makes it carry very well. It's still relatively thin this way. So yeah, all in all, I really like it. I'm going to have to check out some more Arcane Designs. He does have a few different models. I will definitely have his website linked down below so you can go check it out, find out when they're back in stock. Definitely check out his Instagram. I think I follow him. Anyway, I will put all that stuff linked down below so you can go and try to get your hands on one of these. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and stay safe in this crazy world that we are living in, and we will see you in the next one.